Alright guys, so any of you guys that have these second gen trucks, mine is a 2002. If you have any issues with the climate control, I know a lot of guys are having issues with the AC coming out of the defrost only, no matter what position they put them in. Mine is pretty much doing the same thing, but it's not doing, not coming out through the defrost. It's only coming out through the max only, or max AC setting. And no matter what position I put it at, it doesn't change. It always comes out of the front vents, the defrost, and the floor vents. So I'll show you what I found so far and see if we can figure out what's going on. So the main issue with these is this, I don't know if you can see it, but this vacuum line right here comes from the vacuum pump and runs all the way through here and ends up right here where it splits off. Probably can't see because the trim coming off, but it's right there. And then it runs all alongside the firewall right through here and ends up right here where you can see the split off. And then one goes back behind this cover, and then the other one runs into the cab right here through these little AC lines. And then I'll show you guys the inside. So on the inside, you got this vacuum line right here. There's quite a few vacuum lines that run back here to different things, because this whole HVAC system is ran off vacuum, as far as the flaps for the controlling where the air goes and everything. So this is the actuator vacuum line, and it runs right here on this, if I can get it on there, this thing right here. It's a actuator solenoid, and that's what opens the doors and stuff. And when you start the truck, you can test that first line that I showed you right where it meets up at the firewall, and you can actually pull that off, and while the truck is running, you should be able to, it should suction cup right to your finger, sucking air. So that's how you can test your lines. I tested all of them, and this one has absolutely zero suction to it. So right now I'm working on a few ways to find it. I've seen a couple guys talk about finding them underneath this cover. There's actually only one line. I don't know if you can see it, but that line right there is, let's see if I can get in here, this line right here, and it runs all the way up there behind this cover. This cover is how you get into your, obviously you can see right there the wiper blade motor and all that stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't know if you guys will have the same issues I did, but this cover is easy to get off, but the wipers are not. I'll show you guys real quick in case you need to know. So I got some WD-40 on them right now, but that little pin right there, so your wiper blade is gonna sit in there like this, and you just take this pin and you pull it out, and your wiper blade should come off, or not the wiper blade, the wiper arm should come off, and then you just push it back in to lock it. Once it's on there, it should pop right on, and then you just lock it back. I put some WD-40 on there because they're pretty stuck. I'm not sure how long they've been on there, probably forever. So I went ahead and put some WD-40 on there to get them on and off easier in case I have to do it ever again. But that's how you get those off. Now, the line that I'm trying to find is a line that runs right in here. So I'm trying to find that one right now. My dash is not cracked at all. It's like brand new. So I don't want to pull the top part of my dash off. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to pull this whole dash assembly back. So how to do that is on both sides, you're going to take this screw right here, just the first one, and you're going to pull this up and pull the side panel off that goes right here. And then, I haven't done it yet, but you're going to take this bolt off, and then you're going to come over here. This is a manual transmission, automatic transmission, you're going to take this off as well. All these plastic pieces off as well, so you can get that console back further. So you're just going to take the boot, you're going to take the knob off of your four-wheel drive, and then you're going to slide the boot off, and then there's like a little plastic clip that goes right here, that thing right there. And then there's a screw right here and a screw right there. Should be 8 millimeter, sorry, 8 millimeter screws. All these are 8 millimeter screws. And then if you have a manual transmission, what I found easiest, because like I said, this dash is going to come back, so you don't want your stick getting in the way. So I went ahead and all you got to do is the little boot, the rubber boot that goes over the stick shift, you just pull it back a little bit, and you should be able to see these screws right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and those are 8 millimeter as well. And then you just pull the boot right out, and it's easier if you just take the stick completely off. I was going to take the shift knob off and just pull it off and leave the stick, but I decided to go ahead and take the stick completely out to make it easier. With these, there's a screw right there under that one and a screw in this one. You just take these little rubber pieces right here. You just take these rubber pieces out. I just use needle nose pliers to get them out because it's easier than using my fingers. And you just take those out, and this should come out. Now, on the other side, it's the same thing. You just take this off, and then on the other side, you're going to take that bolt off as well. And you're also going to take the steering column bolts off. I'll show you that in a second. But I'm going to work on getting this off real quick, and I'll see you guys in a second.